Hello and welcome, this is Mercenary, and we're back with some more BattleTech, picking up where we left off in the last video.
Standing by.
And here, I want to be able to get down so that I can hurt the Orion, maybe even knock it down, perhaps. I'm going to put my quick draw a little bit in danger doing this. But I'm hoping that my enemy doesn't have a lot to throw at me at this stage.
Engaging jump jets. Copy that.
I'm also hoping that we get lucky and do things like that and reduce the firepower potential of the Orion. This would be a good salvage potential here as well. Backing off. Missing the Highlander. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so
Waiting on you, Commander.
I think we continue to hit the Orion at this stage. The mech is tempting, but we're gonna have a lot easier time hitting this at the moment. So let's go for that. I didn't look at where my ammo was at, but okay, another head hit.
Yeah, critical hit.
Might have gotten the knockdown as well. No, not quite. And I think the mech had to hold back some of its firepower there because of how hot it's running.
Waiting for orders.
We're going to have to do that as well, just because of the nature of thing. Now it's tempting to hit the mech. Where are you at in the grand scheme of things? 2 of your weapons are critted. Okay.
What's up, boss?
I think we have to go for the mech because this has a lot of damage potential. It is beating us up quite a bit. I think it would be important to try and take it out. So I am going to go that route. Although I might have been able to knock down Orion. I should be able to do that anyway, though.
That hit something good.
Because of the quick draw being able to beat it to the punch. We have some means to knock it down, so I think that's what I'm going to go for. But I could do a multi-target shot here and sling my SRM-6 at the Orion, get it knocked down, and then we fire the rest of what we can fire at the quick draw just to do damage. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. You're going to be A, and you're going to be B, and B is going to be all of these medium. But I feel like I can get away with. I probably could get away with another medium laser here, but I do want to allow myself to cool off a bit. Okay, let's fire. This should be enough to knock him down. I'll be really surprised if it doesn't knock him down. There we go, we got the knockdown. We destroyed his LRM-15, which is a good chunk of his firepower. Do a little bit of damage to the mech, which is good. We may get the pilot kill here as well. We're lucky. You still only have a medium laser, so are completely unthreatening. Missing, so more unthreatening. Okay, so at this point,
yes, Commander.
Decker's running super hot, so I am going to have to jump because it's the only way I can move. I'm going to jump up, and we're going to fire at the... Get a little closer so we know that we're in a closer range bracket. We're going to fire at the mech here, I think. Not this one here. Hopefully damaging it a bit. But just where our heat scale is at the moment, we can't really fire everything here. Well, you know what? We could get away with the SRM-4, so I'll fire that as well. Maybe we'll get a knockdown or something. Going after the Highlander. Alright. Now that the Yagermech is gone, I'm gonna, and it has given itself some good evasion, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the Orion here. What I've got. It's still a threat, so I can't ignore it. Let's go after this left torso section. Trying to kill the pilot.
Here we go. We can do this. Let's go.
We got that pilot kill.
See that? Did you see
So
it?
that's good. Two good salvage potentials. Orion and a Grasshopper. The Orion, I think, is probably the better of the two to pick up, but the Grasshopper's not a bad pickup.
Receiving you.
The Battlemaster's kind of in our way right now, so we'll try and move it out of the way. I think I'm alright with this. Oh, no. I want to be able to hit the guy that is right now. Well, no, I don't want to do that. Come on. Oof. There we go. I will use definitely Vigilance here. I don't want to take any more damage on my mechs here. Okay. What we can get away with. At this point, I think we can get away with one more medium laser shot.
Engaging target.
Gave me that side, so I'm going to be able to take out that torso section, no problem.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected. Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Okay, we still have bad lines of sight here. We'll walk up, and
I copy.
again, I'm going to use Vigilance because I believe I have it. We'll spank this guy. Looks like we can get away with that, alright. I don't think this guy's going to live through this.
Affirmative.
Just to be sure, I'm going to fire everything here. Bye. This is all that's standing in our way.
That's a kill.
I think Decker might even be able to handle this one. Although, he will get his dreaded medium laser shot off.
Warning. Armor low.
Commander?
Alright, we'll just walk up here, unload what weapons we
Copy
can.
that.
I highly doubt we're going to see reinforcements at this stage, because that was a lot of enemy to face. If it happens, it happens. It's not the end of the world, but let's see what we can fire here. Okay, we can't get away with that, but the rest is going to be fine. Might be give us the kill right here. Or not.
That hit something good.
You punch? No, not quite. Alright, I'm going to turn off the SRM-6. There's no point in burning through ammo. I think that's all we can get away with at this heat level. So fire away.
Engaging.
I don't think he's going to live through this. I don't think he has as many hit points as he needs.
There's work to do.
Bye.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Alright, well that's it for that. So get going here.
Move order received.
Oh, I got to jump here. That's fine.
Engaging jump jets.
And we'll use jump jets here as well, because that seems to be the best way to traverse the train.
Acknowledged.
The asset is in hand, Commander. Good work.
Alright, we have to get to the evac point, but I think we're not going to do that. I think we're just going to grab the secondary objective, and that should end the mission. So,
Affirmative.
that's what we're going to do. Matter of who can get there first.
Roger that.
And if we do have to get to the evac point, I guess I should charge over that way.
Don't need to tell me twice.
The slower mechs, just get them over there. I may be able to get the there faster with the jump jets, but I'll just go with normal sprint.
Aye, aye.
Okay, let's switch over so we can get this over with, perhaps. Okay, didn't count. So maybe I have to end the turn like that. That's all right. We'll go ahead again, sprint towards the evac point in case still need to go there. And in case I, for some reason, messed up movement, I'll just move like that.
The secondary
There we
access
go.
has been secured.
All right. Well done. You managed to wipe the OPFOR out. I can do an extract right now. No need to get to our planned LZ. Okay. So that went pretty well. We get a 30% bonus to the cash, but I didn't sign up for this to be high on the cash amount. Okay, so experience. Nobody took any damage that isn't easily replaceable. Okay, so let's see what we can get out of this. So definitely I think we should go with the Orion. It's the heavier of the mechs. We get the opportunity for 3 parts, but we only need 2 to get a full 1, so I'll go with that in mind, and then we'll grab... Now, there may be some special system that I'm overlooking here. I'm going to look through it real quick to see if there is something, but you know what? I do see a PPC plus 10 damage. I'm not going to grab that, because I think getting more mechs now is actually a little higher priority. I'll get the Grasshopper, and there's a pretty good chance with 14 other things we'll get the other piece of the Grasshopper. And we'll get 2 mechs out of this deal, and that'll be good for the future. If we do need to have 3 Lances, well, we're on our way by getting some decent mechs here. The Orion is a good one for us. I already have 1 Orion. This gets me a second one, so that's nice. Let's see what we get. I did indeed get another piece of a Grasshopper, so we have one of those. I also got a piece of Jagermech, so I get one of those as well. And it looks like I got all 3 pieces of the Orion, so it gets a start for another one, I guess. We did get the plus 10 damage PPC, so that actually worked out really well for us. So 3 mechs, although I don't really care about the Jagermech, and a upgraded PPC.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Okay, the Orion K was the first true heavy mech. As a multi-role brawler, the Orion can engage enemies at a variety of ranges, and with plenty of armor, it can survive combined fire for quite some time. Slow, yes, but powerful.
That mech is ready to
I'm not going to read this because we've had this mech many times.
That mech you asked for.
Okay, don't be fooled by its whimsical name. The Grasshopper is a killer that specializes in hunting down light and medium mechs. Its superb jump ability and good armor allow it to get behind foes easily to bring its all-energy weapons to bear. And then, of course, the standard, you can level up your stuff. Okay, so at this point, I have a lot of mechs here, and I don't have that many slots because I haven't done that upgrade yet. So who all do we want to send down? Well, I'm sending that Jagermech down because I already have 2 here. So I think it's going to be the Dragon going away at this stage, and probably one of the Shadowhawks. Although I do... Oh, you know what? Maybe the Trebuchet would be a good one to send down. Alright, so Dragon is going to be sent to storage. I could always bring it back up, so it's not the end of the world that we're doing this. I'm probably going to want to modify this anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So, send. And then you are going to be sent to storage. And then the Grasshopper, we're going to send the Trebuchet down. At this stage, I think we have multiple mechs that could fill the role of a support mech that we don't really need to keep the Trebuchet around. So I'm alright with sending it down. We could always send it back up. It's not that big of a deal. I don't think I modified it that heavily that it's going to hurt that bad. So, alright, I'll take it. Okay, so now that we have that done, let's see. Where we want to go, actually, for our new contract. So, first things first, we have 2 travel contracts. 1 4 skull, 1's 3 skull. that's not quite what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is I want some assault mechs. We're not getting these with these 4 skull missions. So let's go ahead and take a look at the star map and see if we can find some place. I did a little bit of scoping out, and I think if I remember correctly, I have a possibility here. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be good for me, A, because it's a 5 skull area, so we can get some 5 skull missions, maybe. But also we have some traits here that maybe I'll have some good pilots as well, although Plague Quarantine doesn't speak highly of my possibility, but we do have manufacturing, intersphere level civilization, small population, so again, maybe not the greatest for getting more pilots, but it is going to be a good place for me as far as the challenge. Before I do that, though, I would like to take a look at doing some modifications to mechs. I had intended to do this off camera, but just with the way things worked out, I guess I will end up doing it on camera. It'd be a pretty good idea. Out of curiosity, how much travel time are we going to have? So I have an idea of how long it would take us. We're looking at 26 days. All right, that's decent enough. We should get a good amount of work done in that time, and our upgrade is going to be 19 days. So that's good as well. All right, let's go ahead and go back to the bed. So for me, upgrading the 2 Orions I have 2 different variants of the Orion. The K, which is kind of the standard variant, and the V, which is one that trades durability for firepower, more or less, if I remember correctly, the difference in the variants. And then, of course, we have the Grasshopper. So really what we need to do is we need to set up a solid second line group. Now we have enough mechs here that we could definitely do that. So either one of these Shadowhawks would be fine for our scout role, which is currently being done by a quick draw, and our primary lance. We have which one is it? The S? No, it's the A. That's going to be our support mech. So we already have a support mech. So we're good there. We're scout support. What we need then is we need some frontline mechs. And the Orions can do that nicely. The Thunderbolt's another good choice for us. And that's already been set up in that regard. So let's take a look first at why don't we go with the V variant? Not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this one at the moment. I think I would want it to get to the same level of armor, though, as we can see, quite a bit of a difference there. With an LRM-15, I don't have any upgrades to that. I may just stick with it. But what I could do is I could remove the LRM-15 and the SRM-4 and maybe get an LRM-20 out of the deal. Yes, to do this one first, because I have a pretty, I think, clear upgrade path there. And then it's not too much different than the Highlander. You don't have jump jets, which I don't think I'm going to install. I do have to consider the heat efficiency, though, of the Orion. It's not very good. I may need to deal with that as well. And I don't know if we pull that off, honestly, by just removing the SRM-4 and replacing it with an LRM-20, because that would be all the tonnage I just pulled out of it. What's the difference in heat? So you are going to produce 8 heat. Whichever, so we're only looking at the missile system. You're 18. Okay, so it would only be, we would improve ourselves by 4, which is an alright upgrade. It would still be fairly heat inefficient, but I think it's manageable, especially if we're using this more at range a lot of the time. I have no problem giving this an upgraded LRM-20. Go with this one. Then we just switch these around a bit. Okay, so yeah, according to this, we're kind of right back where we started, but from the math I did there, you know, this produces 8 heat, this produces 14, so that's 22. We've dropped that down to 18, so that's a reduction of 4. It's not a huge difference, but you know, it helps. That is, heat sinks only give you 1, so And we could also go with a cockpit mod. Unfortunately, I only have one of these, so I have to choose very carefully which mech I put this in. And considering that your firepower is more set up for long range, maybe we don't go with this one? Another change I could do is I could downgrade this to an AC5, or I could give it a better version of an AC10. I mean, I don't think we have very many mechs that are using AC10s at this. Fortunately, the only upgrade I have isn't really giving me upgraded damage. Do I have any upgraded AC5s at all? I have a lot of upgraded AC20s. I don't have a problem, though, with this AC10. So let's go ahead and switch that out. I don't think I'm going to go too far off of the beaten path with this particular mech, but I will do that, I think, with the other variant. So this is, I think, what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to put the cockpit mod in, because, again, I only have one, so I have to pick very carefully which one I put this in. We do have a comm system. I don't know where we're going to put that in just yet. We'll see. All right, well, that's going to be the change. And in my mind, this is kind of an upgrade. Not a huge one, but let's see how many special medium lasers I have before I commit. Also, do these take up tonnage? They don't. So I could very easily fit in that if I wanted to. What's your melee like? 95? That's pretty good. Again, the other mech might be the better call for that one, though. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see about those lasers. Quick. They may have quite a few medium laser upgrades. Yeah, quite a few. So, go with these ones. They give me accuracy and crit chance. Okay. That's going to be it. Let's confirm. And that'll take 6 days. Well, we know we're going to have a lot longer than that ahead of us, so that'll work. Let's go with the next Orion here. So this one, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip out the AC-10. Because we really don't have any upgrades for it right now. And we're going to go... This will give me a lot of tonnage back. So allow me to get that armor back up. Another thing I think I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to upgrade... My first things first, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket here. So let's switch up where the SRM ammo is. Let's go up to either maybe SRM6s here. Because we do have quite a few upgraded SRM6s, and I think this would make this pretty good damage output. I mean, because this is going to do 60 damage. Then upgraded SRM6s, which we have quite a few that do +4 damage. We're looking at 12 times 6. I mean, we're not getting the range, obviously. This is going to be a close-range brawler. And it is slow, so maybe this isn't the best setup for that. But, I mean, it's not that much slower than a Hunchback. And that's close range. So, yeah, this should be pretty devastating. So, we'll switch out the SRM4s. 2 things of SRM ammo, I think, is going to be fine. What we're going to be doing. So, SRM6. 6. Okay, and we still have a lot of tonnage left over. What other slots do we have? Well, I could put in, again, do I not have AC5s at all? Like, not even standard ones? Seems a little weird. Oh, there they are. Okay, I guess I was wrong. I didn't expect them to be down this far. Okay, well, we could do this. How many tons are these per? Okay. That put me up at 71, and then at least 1 ton of ammo. So we'd be at 72. It'll give us 3 tons worth of armor. That's not bad, especially if I can get one that gives me a damage upgrade, because then we're looking at 50 damage versus the 60. That's not bad at all. I'll take it. We'll put an AC5 in here. You know what? I'm gonna put the ammo, the SRM ammo. This is not something I typically do, but I'll put it in the legs. What the hell? And then the AC5 ammo. I think we only need 1 ton of that. That'll be fine. And I'll just do 3 tons of armor. So this would be a good close-range brawler. If this has the same kind of melee damage the other one did, 95, then I have no problem putting the gyro to give us a greater melee hit chance. Probably be a good steed for Behemoth and our secondary line. And I also will give them the cockpit mod, because you're going to be up close and personal a lot of the time. Although the AC5 does give you range, as does the LRM-15. Okay, well, heat efficiency is not good, though. I didn't really think about that. Maybe downgrade the LRM-15 for an LRM-10? Or stick with just removing the AC5? Yeah, for heat efficiency's sake, I think I'm going to have to remove the AC5. Because we have to put a bunch of heat sinks in here, I think. Otherwise, the heat efficiency is going to be outrageous. So, get some heat sinks in here. I could go with an AC2, but I don't know if that's worth it. Because that'd be 7 tons with the ammo. I put us at 73. And heat efficiency is still kind of bad. Let's pile on a couple more heat sinks here. I don't know if I want to put them all in the same spot. One over there. Put one in here. And maybe we will upgrade this to an LRM-20 as well. Because we're going to have tonnage to spare. It's not that big of a difference in heat. We could go with this one here to give us... Actually, LRM-20. So, yeah. Go with that. Okay, so we still have 5 tons to work with. I could put in, like, maybe one more heat sink in here. Put it over here. And then 3 tons of armor, and I think we'd be pretty good. It would be more up armor than it was before. The firepower is greater, according to this, than it was before. So, all looking good. I mean, I've kind of gone the route of putting a lot of missile systems on here. But, yeah, I think this is a pretty good setup. Matter of fact, I think this is one of my favorite mechs that we've seen so far. I mean, this is good damage here. Not as maneuverable as some of our other mechs, but pretty good. Let's start getting the armor in here. So, I'm going to go across the board, give myself 10 points in everything. That obviously can take it. Head's maxed out at the moment. Honestly, we probably could max a lot of these parts out. Let's just max the arms out, because a lot of our firepower is there. Absolutely, we don't want our torso sections going either, so let's go up to 125, let's say. We'll put this up to 60 just in case people get behind us, but that's probably good enough. Go up to 70 in the back. And then the legs, I'll go 120 as well. Still have a decent amount of tonnage left over, so we'll go 30. Oop, that didn't take. I mean, because we may go close range on this one, maybe we go a little bit heavier on the back. All right, I think I'm going to go with that. So it's more heavily armored in the front for sure, but that's some pretty damn good armor. Does it tell me how much we're going to be at? 1160, so we're slightly better than the standard Orion. Not by a ton, but good enough. All right, let's go ahead and confirm this one as well. Pretty happy with that setup. It can take longer because it's a more extensive change, but I like it.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Okay. So the 2 Orions are taken care of. We have a Thunderbolt. And I think we want to set up our Yager mech here as well. It's not quite where I'd want it. And then we have to look at what are we going to do for our scout. Now, I think this scout is, you know, it's kind of all right as far as ready to go. It already has a comm system, so it's good to go as far as that goes. AC-5, SRM-6, medium laser. I mean, it's not the most damaging mech that I have, but I have been using it predominantly to be a scout to give us line of sight and things. Later stages of the game, I don't know how important that is, but let's go in here and refit this one. Now, again, maybe all this setting up of my secondary line is a complete waste of time, but we'll see. And honestly, this Orion might be good enough that I decide to remove or replace it with the catapult. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, but you know, it's a pretty solid argument because of how much firepower it can have. All right, well, let's take a look at the Yager mech. This will be, I think, the last mech that we modify. Then we're going to get going over to that system. So this one, there's not a lot of changes. I just want to change the other M15s because they were downgraded when we switched out of this mech. And I just want to put back in the systems that were here before. So we want to have upgraded other M15s. Unfortunately, I only really have one upgraded other M15, but hey, it's better than nothing. We'll go ahead and slot that over here. And, you know, these are our backup mechs. Oh, and I forgot to change the medium lasers over on our Orion. Oh, that's something that can happen later if I remember. And I also want to put the comm system on, give us that morale advantage. So I like having morale advantages. It allows you to get the... I kind of forgot I had this in here as well. Okay, well, confirm. Okay, I think we've got a good second line there.
I'll let you know when that's done.
Maybe we'll have a better replacement for the Shadowhawk. That may come. We'll have to see. That's just going to require me to get a better mech. Maybe another quick draw will be put in that role, or I'll find another mech that I prefer in that role. But for now, I think we've got a good primary and a good secondary lance. And then we've got a couple backup mechs in case we need them. Okay, well, let's get going. I don't think there is anything else to do here other than double check the store before we leave. There is an upgraded AC-10, and I was kind of complaining that I didn't have many of those if I remember correctly. May be important later. I have plenty of medium laser upgraded. Plus one hit defense, that could be good. I'll go ahead and buy it.
New equipment available.
I will also buy the AC-10, because it does seem like we have a shortage of upgraded AC, unless I missaw it. Okay, let's go ahead and travel here. Made up my mind on where I want to go. It's probably the closest location that has the difficulty we're looking for. I don't know if we're going to be able to handle this difficulty. I'm not sure if I've ever done a mission this difficult, but hopefully it has the salvage I'm looking for, and hopefully there are missions here that are actually at this difficulty. So let's travel. It'll cost 60,000, that's fine. It'll take a number of days to get there. It's also fine. We should get all this stuff done. We'll have a financial report, but that's not that big of a deal. And also, spending time is going to allow my pilots that are, you know, these beginner level pilots to level up, which is nice, in case we do need them. I would like to have 3 lances worth of pilots, but again, I'd like to buy some pilots that are already leveled up. I'm not sure if you can do that in transit. Find out. Find out. Oh, okay, it wasn't letting me pause. All right, whatever. I was kind of hoping while we were on the jump ship we might be able to hire people, but let's see. Hiring hall. May not hire mech riders while in transit. That's what I thought. But this is the kind of thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that's already leveled up in some way, so that you know they're a little further along the track, more or less. But unfortunately,
Orders.
I can't hire them until we get there. Maybe this is who will be there though when we get there. Maybe. All right. Well, let's continue.
I've got the financial report.
Financial report. We'll just go with normal because, well, I'm not maxed out on morale, but I don't really need to spend that kind of cash right now, so we could get an event that boosts our morale, and then that would be a complete waste.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Okay. Skinny dipping. Dr. Murad rewinds and restarts the video. Timestamp is 2:38 a.m. 7 wet, naked bodies come flying out of the new Logi pool installation and into the hall. 4 women, 3 men, all laughing and bouncing off each other. Oh, this is way more nudity than I was prepared to see this morning, Mary says. Yang laughs. Seriously, how am I supposed to work with those people now? At this point, Samire begins cracking up. Too true. Dr. Murad is still deadly serious. Well, Commander, what are we going to do about this? So this is a matter of discipline. We can address the crew, or are we going to erase the recording? So we ignore the infraction, or we come after them. Well, it's killjoy, but I'm going to go with the discipline route. They actually increase the morale too, so there you go. Your voice echoes through the Argo. Attention, all crew and mech warriors. This is your commander. The leadership staff is very excited that the Logi pool is getting used so frequently, at all hours even. We expected you would use the pool to keep in shape during system travel, but it's also been a boon to morale. To that end, I wish to point out that there is a camera on the hallway just outside the door to the pool. Please wear appropriate swimwear at all times. Echoing down the hallways and through the vent shafts comes a single mortified voice. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we're back up to max morale, so we didn't have to spend any money on that. That's good. Let's keep going. We only have 7 days to go. And we'll have the last of our modifications done. I probably could do that upgrade to the Orion while I'm thinking about it in enough time. So let's go ahead and switch over to this. It's a backup mech, so at least it is at the moment. It wouldn't be the end of the world if it's not ready in time, but these are just medium lasers we're taking out after all. Let's see. Our energy weapon so we can find things better. I mean, I really like this mech, but I'll go with the accuracy and crit chance. We have a couple of those. Amy. Okay, well, that's gonna be it. It's gonna take 2 days. That's not too bad. Oh, I forgot to do the upgrade. Shoot.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
I don't think I lost that much time. But yeah, that was a definite mistake. I have to think about how many days I lost there. 3 days, I think, is how long I forgot. Yeah, I needed to start this upgrade. So it's gonna cost $2.25 million.
All right, I'll get the team on it right away.
Yeah, but that was a little bit of wasted time, unfortunately. And I really feel like I almost need to wait until this happens before we do things. So that's, a few days that I have to go a little bit longer. Okay, we're all done there. And we have arrived.
Looks like we've arrived, Commander.
Alright, so I want to visit the store. And the first thing I want to check is I want to check pilots. Oh. Okay. Ooh, a Banshee, huh? If I had the money, I would definitely buy this. It's only 2 parts, though. It's not enough to build one. But yeah, I would really like a Banshee. And this is the good variant, too, I think. Yeah. So that'd be cool to get, but I unfortunately can't afford it because I just did the upgrade there. Well, let's see what other systems we have. We have an upgraded AC-10. Now, we don't have the discounts here because we're not necessarily on the best terms with the Tarians. Just accuracy upgrade. Alarm 10. Fighting. Nope. Medium laser, those are a dime a dozen. Unless it's a damage upgrade. Nope. This is tempting. I mean, there are going to be times when small lasers have their place. I mean, especially on a Banshee. A Banshee can have 6 support weapons. So, yeah, okay. Buy one.
New weapon systems available.
Go through the rest. We've got an SRM-6 with +4 damage. I definitely going to buy that. You have to keep an eye on my money, though.
New weapon systems available.
Nah. Okay. Hopefully the Banshee's still there and we can get enough money in the system to buy one, but we'll have to see. Let's see, though, about the pilots. That's going to be the thing. Check. Okay, so we do have the 2 pilots here. I think Telltale is going to be the one we go for, as I already have a backup scout, unless we want a 3rd one for our 3rd lance, but Periphery Commoner, Gang Enforcer, and he's a convict. Well, not necessarily the best background. At this point, beggars can't be choosers. I need somebody that has experience. And you're him, so hire away. Okay, I may hire another one of these pilots, maybe Growl. I don't know. We'll see. But I think that's going to be it for this video. Let's take a real quick look at our contract, see what our prospects are. Fingers crossed we actually have something here. Otherwise, I might be in financial problems. Faction reputation too low. So this is the only one we can do. Fortunately, we can boost our faction reputation after doing this. So maybe we'll get it to that level. I mean, these guys do like us. At least I think they did. Yeah, friendly. Okay, we'll see. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.